pleasant morning, students. As we have got an interaction session on the basis of the lesson which we have learnt before on lesson number 5 and 6, the 100 races by E.I. Esther, Sir Esther. And now we are going to learn the grammar from the lesson, the 100 races. Today's grammar point is the adjectives that describes the human qualities. Before you're going to learn what are the adjectives and how they can be used in describing the people, places, etc. Not only description, we also can express the mood and the expression of the people using certain adjectives. As you all know, an adjective is a word that describes, qualifies and quantifies. Description is nothing but telling about the nature as well as the attitude of the people. So here in this lesson, we have given too many words, at about 31 words of different qualities are given below. And in the lesson, the 100 races also, we have learned certain characters or certain descriptive words of adjectives, how they are used to describe the characters like Peggy, Maddie and Wanda Petronsky. In this lesson, just we will go on page number 80. I request everyone to open up your page and open up your textbooks and take the page number 80, where you can come across thinking about the language. Here are 30 adjectives that are describing human qualities. Discuss them with your partner. Of course, you have no partner now. You have got the numbers of your classmates and you can make a call and discuss the subject matter with them. And put them in the two word webs. Two word webs are given. The positive qualities and the negative qualities. And we have got some neutral qualities also, of course. For that we have not given any space to learn. But here two different kinds of webs are given. One website is, or one web is the positive characters or the positive attitude or the positive qualities. The next web is negative one. So anyway, we will go through those 31 adjectives which are given below. According to whether you think they show positive or negative qualities, you can consult a dictionary. Always the dictionary will help you to understand and to go through the root word and the meaning of the word. If you know the root word, the other words which accompany the root word also you can learn, so that you can elaborate or you can enhance the authority over the vocabulary. So here the dictionary will help you. Dictionary is also one of the resources that you need to use it properly. So that's the reason we always ask you to bring your dictionary to classroom. And if you are not sure of the meanings of some of the words, you may also add to the list the positive or negative pair of a given word. So if you are well known about the negative or the positive quality, what you can do is, if you are not supposed to know whether it is positive type or negative type, you can consult a dictionary. I just request you not to open your dictionary now. Most of the words that you know it. Okay, I'll read out each and every word. Kind. Kindness, you know. Being very polite to people is kindness. Kindness is noun and kind is the adjective. Sarcastic, making fun of someone, or sarcastic way, that means you just wanted to have fun. Actually there is no fun to make over the person, but still you just wanted to make fun of them. That is sarcastic. Courteous, being too polite with them. Arrogant, having aggressive nature. Insipid, it's a new word for you. You don't know what is insipid. I-N-S-I-P-I-D. Insipid means lacking. What is insipid? Lacking taste or savor. You never show interest or you have no taste over the thing. It's called insipid. It's an adjective. Okay, next one is timid. Timid means not being brave, not being courageous. Means timid nature is not being courageous. You might be cowardice. C-O-W-A-R-D-I-C. Cowardice in the sense having no bravery. Okay, you have no courage, you have no bravery. Next one is placid. What does it mean by P-L-A-C-I-D? Placid in the sense free of interruption. There is no interruption or disturbance. Free of interruption. Placid means being so calm and quiet. Timid. What does it mean by the word timid? Lacking in courage. You have no courage. Okay, you have no bravery to do any adventure, or you can't show the bravery in order to do anything. So next, cruel. Not being kind means being unkind is cruel. Next one is haughty. H-A-U-G-H-T-Y. It means attitude of superiority or supremacy. The attitude that you show that you have superiority. That means you achieve something, for that you have the dominance over somebody. You feel so superior, okay, than others. Okay, you show your attitude of self-confidence. Okay, sorry, attitude of superiority. Okay, attitude of superiority. Actually, you have got something, or you won something, and you got victory over something, and you got success. Okay, on that success you are not being quiet. Okay, you are not so humble, you are so haughty. Humble opposite is haughty. Humble means being very low. You achieve something but you never show that pride. Okay, but here you show your pride. That is nothing but attitude of superiority. Next one is proud. As you all know what is meant by pride. Jealous. Jealous is different. Jealous is different. This is zealous. Zealous in the sense having a great zeal to learn something. You are so enthusiastic to do something, that is jealous. Intrepid, fearless. Sensitive. You are so sensitive, means you cannot bear anything. You cannot control your emotions, that is being so sensitive. Compassionate, showing compassion towards somebody, giving comfort to somebody, feeling sorry for someone, having sympathy over somebody, that is being compassionate. Introvert nature, you never share your feelings or your experiences with anyone. You try to hide all your emotions within you. That nature is called introverted. She is very introverted. I am so extroverted. What does it mean by extrovert and introvert? Extrovert in the sense you just express your feelings and emotions. You cannot hide your emotions within you. You always wanted to express. Okay, such people have no secrets also. They open the secrets to everybody. They never hide anything. Okay, such nature is called extrovert nature. And here it is given introverted nature. Next, stolid. It's a new word for you. I think you might have not heard of this word. Stolid in the sense having no sensibility. Sensitivity is different and sensibility is different. Having no sensibility means you have no, that means you never have any, it's a meaningless thing, like having no sensibility. Sensible means meaningful, sensibility. But having no sensibility means that's meaningless, uselessness. Okay, that is called stolid nature. What does it mean by vain? Conceited or excessive pride. You win something, for that you show your pride upon it. Okay, some people after having so many achievements, they keep themselves so low and they never show that pride in them. But showing pride excessively is nothing but conceited nature or being vain. It also gives worthlessness or uselessness. Okay, being useless or worthless. So I tried to go to some place where I just wanted to go. Suppose to take my example, I just wanted to give you. Okay, I just wanted to go to Jerusalem because it's a pilgrimage center. I just wanted to go to Jerusalem, but all my trials are in vain. I tried many times to go over there, but all my trials have gone vain. Vain in the sense worthless or useless, means how many times I just tried on, I couldn't get success in that. I couldn't go to Jerusalem till now. Okay, it's such an expenditure. The expenditure that you need to hold with you is too much. So it's such a costly trip. So I couldn't make out till now. So all my trials are in vain, means it's of no use, worthlessness. Next one is complacent. Let us go through this. And stolid, cheerful, as you all know, being joyous. Contented means satisfactory. I am so satisfied. Thoughtless. Thoughtlessly I spoke something which I am not supposed to say. Thoughtless means having no thought. Okay, simply it has come out of your mouth, or you have done something wrong. That is thoughtless deed or thoughtless idea. Vain, I already said to you. Being friendly. Okay, so whenever you go with somebody, that's a kind of you mingle so easily with the people and you make friends. That is nothing but friendly nature. Here it is friendly given. Unforgiving. Suppose somebody had done something wrong to you, you have to forgive them. Forgivingness is a kind of nature that it must be held by everybody. Okay, we usually never hold this character. What is that? We are always unforgiving. We never forget the things which they had done to us. Of course, they had done something wrong, but we are not supposed to keep it in our mind for a long time. We have to forgive them. Unforgiving means you are not supposed to forgive them. That's really such a rude nature. We are not supposed to be fashionable. Okay, all the trendy things you started using, you wanted to look yourself so stylish and you wanted to get ready, you wanted to make yourself up such a fashionable way. Okay, fashionable is nothing but following all the current trend, okay, in order to make yourself so glowy and gorgeous. Okay, that is fashionable. Next one is generous. Easy to give something without thinking about anything else. Okay, you are ready to help out the people. That is being generous. It can be you may give the things or you may help them by giving money. That is being generous. Talented. Talented means we have certain talents within us. Okay, so talent is nothing but the inborn thing. Okay, we have not learnt after our birth. By birth we have got certain gifted thing. She is such a gifted child because she does everything in a very brilliant way. It means she is a very talented girl. Talents comes from our birth. Okay, but skill will be developed after we have taken a birth. Okay, skill can be learnt, but talents cannot be learnt. Lonely, being lonely. You are being alone is different, lonely is different, children. Being alone in the sense you kept away from others. You are with the people, but your thoughts are somewhere. You are unable to mingle with others is being lonely. See, there are many people around me, but still I am lonely. Means what? The people are around, but you feel that you are missing something, or you may be thinking about somebody else and you are absent-minded, your mind is preoccupied. Okay, have you understood what does it mean by lonely and alone? I am alone at home. I feel that somebody should come and accompany with me. Tonight I cannot sleep alone. Alone means being away from others. Lonely means you are with many people around, but still your thoughts and your you are so stressful, you are unable to mingle with everybody properly. That is lonely. Next, determined. You wanted to do something so stern. So I determined to do this work at any cost. Even my parents won't allow me. I just wanted to do it because I have a great heart to do that work. Determined means you have already taken an idea, you have already come to a conclusion that you wanted to do it. Next one, creative. We have seen that Wanda Petronsky was such a creative girl that she had drawn at least some 100 dresses. Okay, she has drawn the pictures, she also pulled the colors and she made the pictures to hang on or in the room number 13, and every single child of that class appreciated the work of Wanda Petronsky. She is very creative. Okay, creative nature, miserable condition. Wanda Petronsky lives in a miserable condition. What does it mean by miserable condition? She belongs to a status of being very poor. Okay, she's a poor girl. She's not having the status the other students of room number 13 had, isn't it? So she lives in a miserable condition, because studying in such schools is also not possible to such kind of girl. But even then, parent had taken great interest in Wanda Petronsky, and she had got admission in the school. So miserable condition means very poor condition, okay, low condition, and she lives so simple. Complacent. Complacent means self-satisfied. Complacent means what? Self-satisfied. Sometimes nobody might be getting satisfaction, but we get satisfaction. Having self-satisfaction is a great quality. Whatever we have, with that we have to be satisfied. Okay, we are not supposed to, we may dream about many things. Sometimes they may not come to us, but we have to be very contented, and we must have self-satisfaction. All 31 adjectives I described. Now what is your job is, you have to put these adjectives in different verbs like positive and negative ones that I am gonna give you as a homework, children. And let us continue this one in the next class.